How much cheese do you eat a day?
Too much. Yeah, so hi, I'm Ben Spence. I'm cheesemaker at Curlew Dairy in Carperby in Wensleydale. So this is one of our maturing rooms. This has got our freshest cheese in. So up on this side is the cheese that was made this week, down to this side where the cheese is about 10 days old. So as our cheese matures, it will develop a rind. The first mould that does appear is this very furry mould, and this is called cat's hair. This is one of the most vigorous moulds that initially appear on our cheese, which we pat down weekly. Eventually this mould will disappear and you'll get the much tighter moulds that you will see on the rind of our cheese when it's fully matured. All of these moulds are almost essential in giving our cheese its end flavour. So the mushroomy, earthy textures and flavours that you get towards the rind, they're due to the moulds that grow. This is the traditional way that cheese was made. It would be aged on wooden maturing boards. The moulds on the rind would be allowed to grow. And it is why we do age our cheese on wood, is it does allow the rapid formation of the moulds that you form on the rinds of these cheeses that give its flavour. Traditionally, Wensleydale would have been made on farms throughout the Dale pre-war, and with wartime and rationing, the prevalence of farmhouse cheese making almost died out. So for us, it's all about taking it back to how cheese was made, and the cheese that we make hopefully reflects that. So a lot of people think of Wensleydale as quite a tight, very acidic cheese. So actually, traditionally, Wensleydale cheese was a blue cheese, often described as very soft, almost spreadable. So for us, the texture of our cheese is a nod to those kind of historic recipes. So it's a much more creamy, much more buttery cheese than perhaps you would be akin to with Wensleydale. So I mean, the National Park in Wensleydale and Yorkshire in particular are amazing brand advocates for any produce that comes out of the area, and I think Wensleydale is always synonymous with cheese making. No matter where I go, if I say I make cheese in Wensleydale, there's always some reference to Gromit, so you know that always carries well. So our cheese is available at lots of wholesalers up and down the country. The Courtyard Dairy in Settle, Neal's Yard Dairy in London, Rennet and Rhine in Cambridge. You can also buy from us direct on our website.
The 7th Yorkshire Dales Cheese Festival, celebrating local produce, is just round the corner. What's going to be happening here during the Cheese Festival?
So for us, it will be business as usual. We'll be making cheese throughout the week. If you do want to pop in and have a look at us making cheese through the window in the dairy, you're more than welcome to do that, and we'll get some samples out for people to try. So the village of Carperby is on the Castle Bolton side of the Dale. It is in between, very roughly, Hawes and Leyburn as a halfway point. If you want to walk it, there is a nice walk from Aysgarth Falls to Castle Bolton, and provided you take the right footpath, you'll almost pass the front of our dairy. Yeah, if they come into the entrance, there's a big double window. We'll probably be making cheese throughout that week. So yeah, by all means, feel free to stick your head in.